Yo.
Hey, we're back.
Yep. This is podcast number 25.
25,
26.
26.
Yeah.
Something like that. We're still doing it because you keep watching.
Yeah.
We probably still do it.
We got
right
about
now.
40 views this week.
Yeah, there we go.
Almost over 900. So we want to get over 1,000. So share this to all your friends.
Yeah. Share it.
Be a team player here.
Tweet that shit.
If we start, we said this before. If we start making money,
Charity.
a third goes charity. And we'll just pick a charity every week. We'll let you guys pick whatever every month or whatever the case may be. So, all right, we're gonna start off with a little bit of fantasy football. We'll give you a quick rundown of what we're gonna talk about. Talk about fantasy football. We're gonna do an NFL rundown of like all the scores. If there's any like hot topics on that, we'll throw that out there. He has a list of those. Gotham. Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then we have our top 10 this week is top 10 animated movies.
Animated CGI counts.
Okay. And what was your list of NFL things?
Not so much about the NFL. I'm going to go off on a tirade about the targeting call in the BYU game Friday night because it was just fucking ridiculous. And probably throw a little blurb out there about Louisville since that's a big topic right now.
Anything else?
No, I think that is the rundown.
Okay. If anything else comes up, we will throw it at you. I might throw a little fun nerd question at him. Those are actually pretty popular.
Oh, I'm gonna throw a quote back in your face since you like blindsided me 2 weeks ago. I got one for you now.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
Is it gonna be in that era or that where?
No, it's something you said, and I'm
Okay.
gonna bring it back up to you. It's gonna be hilarious. You're gonna be so mad.
Okay. You want to bring up the past? I'll bring up the past. Typical woman.
I am the one who wears pink in this house.
Woman's the only person that'll pull you over and bring up something you did 2 years ago.
Yeah, the fight never ends with what's currently happening. Then it's all about, well, remember 5 years ago before we got married.
You had sex with this girl 10 years before I met you. Yeah, so.
What's your point?
You went through puberty without me, so fuck you.
Yeah, give me your virginity, bitch.
All right, fantasy football. Last week, I think you went. You got your ass kicked.
Fucking crushed.
In our league, I got down to the last day. I needed, I think it was Jamal Charles to get me 3.5 points, and he got me like 15 or 16. So I was good there. I was a buzzer beater, and I won all 3 games last week. Score, and I won 1 game by 95 points.
Boom. Yeah, week 3 I got crushed 170 to 64. But the people were sitting here listening to me rant and rave trying to figure out why Ben Roethlisberger only got 2.66 points. Because he left the damn game. But it's nothing I can do about it because I already started him anyway. And of course, then again, my bet on Starks to replace Eddie Lacy, that didn't pan out at all. And as per usual, John Brown, who's supposed to be doing stuff, isn't doing anything. He's just kind of hanging out in the background. Larry Fitzgerald's getting all the glory because for whatever reason, Larry Fitzgerald decided he wanted to play football.
Larry Fitzgerald I can tell you why that is. They've been putting him in the slot more.
Mm-hmm.
And so he doesn't have a corner matchup. He has a linebacker matchup more often than not. So that's why he's been eating teams alive because they just do that. There's quick slants to him or whatever. Yeah. He's still fast enough to get open. It's just on the corners, if you can put him at the corner, let's call it bracket him. They have him with the help over top.
Yeah.
So they force him to the outside, and he has help over the outside. So that's what they're doing to him. Now, if they put him in the slot, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because if you force the middle and you bracket him in the middle, you're leaving Josh Brown open on the edges. So that's what they're doing. It's very smart. Was it Bruce Arians? Bruce Arians is a very good offensive mind. He's working him. And also, you also need a good quarterback too, and that does help him this year. Is the fact that he has Carson Palmer playing amazing. So
that dork.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then anyway,
she's hot.
Aaron Rodgers, do me a favor, throw your fucking tight end once in a while. Like seriously, just like twice a game, get him some yardage. You're giving Richard Rodgers 2 points. Like he hasn't done anything for me this season, and it's starting to get fucking annoying.
Can you imagine if he had a good tight end?
Well, and then the bet was that Crockett Gilmore wasn't going to be doing so hot on Thursday, wasn't even going to play, so I bet the farm on Max Williams. 2.13 points. What happened? The number 3 tight end got all the fucking hits. Fuck off. I hate you, Joe Flacco. You're a bitch.
You're a whore, sir.
That is my official opinion.
You, sir, are a whore.
Oh yeah, and look here, Mr. Percy Harvin not doing anything, even though he's the only weapon that Tyrod Taylor should have
Sammy
this
Watkins,
week.
Charles Clay.
Sammy's out.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he was out for this game. We're supposed to be. That's why I bet the farm on Harvin and went out and snagged him up.
Last week against Jim. I'm so bad. I'm sorry. Jamal Charles gave me 27.6 points when all I needed was 3. Overkill. Here's what pissed me off, though.
That's underrated.
Here's what pissed me off, though. Let's see how many points I had on my bench last week. 27.23 from LeGarrette Blount. 28.9 from Joseph Randall. Larry Fitzgerald had 25.43. And I could have, if I'd have started them, I'd have had another 60 points. Because there's 2 guys I could have subbed in for. Like, Alfred Morris. And if I'd have started Julian Edelman or Garrett Blount over Julian Edelman, well, maybe I couldn't have pulled him. Check that. Oh no, I could have started Fitzgerald over him. I could have added another 50 points to my team. So I could have beat the crap out of you, James. Freaking bitch. Anyway. Oh, what's our standings now?
I'm in the basement. I'm owning that.
You're gonna. Yeah, I honestly think you might beat me this week.
I am owning that basement.
Why do people bitch about our rules? I'm so sick of hearing about people
constantly
about our rules.
We literally had a convention.
We even invited them. They were in town, and I invited them. Like, you want to come to the rules meeting? And like, I don't know if we can. We have something to do. And I love Gene and Charlotte. Well, Charlotte's didn't talk to you. Well, Gene was the first one to complain last year about the sack rule.
Well, but I mean,
I
just because you had the wrong quarterback and it ended up just being egregious, because the whole reason that we had to pull that question out was because he had Colin Kaepernick, and Colin had a fantastic game. Like, touchdowns left and right. I think he had 3 that game. He scrambled for a ton of yards, but he had like 9 sacks. So he lost 18 points right off the bat. So his scores sucked, not because he wasn't performing, but because he was taking a hit on the sack. So we dropped sacks from 2 to 1 point, which I think is very fair. And the offense and the defense gets a point, or the offense loses a point, defense gets a point per sack.
No, defense gets 2 points per sack.
Oh, and the offense is only losing 1.
That's why my logic was the quarterback loses 2 points per sack.
Well, because
you're gaining 2 points somewhere, you have to be losing it somewhere.
Well, but I think Harvey and Schweitzer were the ones saying that it's not always the quarterback's fault. We shouldn't always over-penalize quarterback, which I'm in agreement. It's not always a quarterback's fault.
It's not always a quarterback's fault whenever they throw a 5-yard slant that turns into a 80-yard touchdown either. Yeah. But they get credit for that. Right?
Right. Well, I'm just saying we
playing devil's advocate here.
We made adjustments. I was happy with everything for the most part. I'm not going to argue. The point is that this fantasy, I said it in the first podcast. I'll say it again. Or the first podcast of this season. I'll say it again. This is the season of injuries. Yeah. It's exactly what it's turning out to be. Everyone's getting dinged.
I'm going to ask you a question. And then we're kind of, are we done with fantasy? Because we can just jump right to the NFL.
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
Okay, yeah, this is a short one. Right now, we're in a game right now, and it's pretty tight. His players are doing great. Mine are kind of sucking right now, but he has more players playing.
My quarterback, Derek Carr, I love you.
I'm going to look at all the scores real quick of everyone.
I'm only beating you by like 6.
Yeah, and...
No.
Yeah.
6 points.
6 or 7. 6 points.
Well,
6.81. And you still have... You have some players left.
You got defense left.
Well, depends. If Carson Palmer throws the J. Brown instead of Fitzgerald, I'm screwed, so you might get more points there. But some of my best players are yet to play, to be fair. So,
wow, I can still decide to put in Amir Abdullah and drop Starks, which I'm thinking about doing.
Against Denver. Denver has given up the least amount of rushing yards this season. Just giving you that heads up. Do as you wish.
Well, Starks is against San Francisco, but he's also the backup running back, and Amir Abdullah is up against Seattle.
My balls actors.
Which Seattle is not a good run defense. They're great.
Schweitz is winning that game. He doesn't even have his best players playing yet. Oh, maybe not. But he has Rodgers still to play. He has Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said Charles. That was a bad decision for you.
How much do you have?
11.90.
Damn it. Fuck me, Ryan.
So anyway, now that we've bounced back into fantasy.
All right.
Let's go into real football.
We're going to go on to real football right now, okay? So right now.